Boo.
Still no intro, but I am.
Yeah, we are the intro. What's good? It's your boy, Monray Hudson, aka Monray the Hunter, because Kraven ain't it. And we are here with another episode of Make It Make Sense. And please, this is gonna be a good one today. And of course, I cannot do the juicy stoves alone. I have to have some people with me. First and foremost, I have the crime to the accessory. Zell May, what it do, man?
It's your boy laughing, so making cute, look clean, looking sexy, and of course, we talking about a lot of information. Kraven, Jay-Z. I don't know. Jeremy Fox got in a fight. I don't even think we take up talking about that, but it's something happened. There's just a lot going on.
And of course, since we gotta talk about some hating things, we bring the hater himself, the amazing Spider Cam, aka the hater of Jiraiya. How you doing today?
Apparently, speaking fast is hating, but it's fine. I'll deal with it later. But
He
You
drink
always
hater.
been hater Cam. Don't do that.
He added extra little hater today. He just put in his he poured in his water. Like,
You feeling extra
I'm just
salty.
listen. Hey, listen. I mean, Sparking Zero didn't win best fighting. I was wondering what happened.
Salty.
They finally did an update yesterday after the
And,
war.
They fixed the whole game. It wasn't update, and nobody cares.
They finally updated. Shout out to them.
And then, of course, have to bring a little bit of beauty to the stage. So we have the Aqua herself, Sunkiss waifu.
Hey, all. Sunkiss Waifu. That's TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, that thing formerly known as Twitter. And I'm happy to be here to annoy my nemesis. And it's been a minute since I've been on a show with Hater Cam. What?
It really has, actually. Cam's like he's setting up for a good night. It ain't got nothing to do with the show.
He added hater to that straw. He's gonna pour it in a little bit.
Well, we might as well go ahead and get started with it because the Diddy trauma is not over. We finally have the first name of somebody implemented or indicated in some of his crimes. Yes, the great Jay-Z, the mogul himself, has been accused in a civil lawsuit of doing things with a 13-year-old girl back in 2000 alongside the diddler Sean Combs. And naturally, this is taking the internet by storm. But unlike the FBI's case with the diddler, this one is we'll just say a bit questionable because it comes out that not only did Jay-Z immediately fire back and say that these accusations are slanderous, but he's gotten to the point he asked the judge already to dismiss the lawsuit entirely, mainly because there are a lot of inconsistencies and problems with the story being accused before him. Just a few of them, so you can see how it is. The lawyer is Tony Busby, which Zell May will tell me if I'm wrong, is the same lawyer of Deshaun Watson and the 24 lawsuits that were placed against him. So he's a relatively recent, famous lawyer.
And he did the oil spill.
Some celebrity type cases right now. And right now, Tony Busby has had to come out and say that there are some inconsistencies in the story of his representative. And she's currently known as Jane Doe. We do not know her name, any information about her that has been kept secret up until this point.
I'm sorry.
And right now, inconsistencies include that she does not know the exact location the incident took place. They didn't attempt to confirm the situation, never said exactly where it was, never said it was in a party, an after party, and after party, as he's saying. She does not know where it took place. Another one is that supposedly her father had came to pick her up afterwards, and that he has some memory issues as of right now, so he doesn't necessarily remember picking her up. As well as supposedly she was 5 hours away from him, but he does not remember.
Who don't remember making a 5-hour drive for their child?
Even though supposedly, to be fair and respect, this was 24 years ago. So with respect to that, it is about 24 years ago, but supposedly her dad does not remember this. She even made some mistakes about other people being at the location, and these people that she said that were there were on tour states away, so there was no way that those people could have been there. And so he's had to draw back and say, well, some of the faces aren't as clear, so some identification may have been mistaken. And of course, her father just flat out doesn't recall the incident at all, doesn't recall picking her up, anything of that nature. He even says, no, I feel like I would remember that. and I don't. I have a lot going on, but that's definitely something that would have stuck out in my mind. He said, I do remember picking up once in the middle of the night, but that was a local drive, probably within the same city, maybe
Hmm.
5 hours away. He would remember picking her up. So it's some inconsistencies with the case, and this is where we are right now. Right now, Jay Z just immediately asked, go ahead and dismiss the case. It's outlandish. Many problems with it. Jay Z has played no games with trying to get this out of there very quickly, and so far, no ramifications have happened to him. The NFL, Roger Goodell, has not ceased their deal or changed it in any way. There have been no negative connotations put upon him financially wise. Zelmay, your reaction.
Listen, I knew it was over the second I saw Roger Goodell didn't even say we're gonna wait and see. He just said I stand with Jay Z. I said, oh, they know. Listen, my cousins playing in the field. They know every family member you had, every incident, every time you got a bad grade in school. Be like, why you make this grade in seventh grade? They were like the GM be like, I checked your grades and everything. Listen, if they investigate this whole thing, and they knew something was up. And the sad thing about this, if you misremember, I can understand. But some misremembrances can't be like as outlandish and not settled. When you find out it's a celebrity you said you talked to and there wasn't nowhere near the same state. You can't have like 5 hour drives. I just was with my friend and we just got on a train for 5 hours at 13 years old. Your parents just let you do that. Can't say I get my dad picked me up after a 5 hour drive from a gas station. Listen, you got Tony. I also thought about it when Tony Busby just put the Marine picture up, and I'm like, why do we need to know you're a Marine? Like it felt really political. So it's a lot seemed off. I always try
It's
to get
always
people to,
political.
like I just like Jay-Z trying to ruin my name. I'm a Marine. I'm like, all right. Marines can be terrible people too. Respect to a lot of, but they can still be terrible people. I don't know that don't make you. Your pastor can be a very terrible person. Doesn't matter.
Most of them are.
I'm just saying, just because you wear a suit, I was a loved man in my neighborhood. All right, a lot of loved people end up being serial killers. I'm just saying. So
I'm sure plenty of people loved Richard Ramirez. It's the Night Stalker.
Another point that comes to my mind recently was realize that I would think any father that went 5 hours to pick up their daughter would immediately ask questions and wouldn't let nothing stand just on the simple fact your 13-year-old daughter is 5 hours away in a different state at some unknown time of night. I would think that you would immediately ask questions or something of that nature, just in general. So just a lot of this really seems awkward or weird or questionable in a lot of different areas. But Miss Sunkish Waifu, your response, your thoughts.
Oh, we tapped a little bit into it before the show started.
Mm,
I feel like it's bullshit. It's straight up and down bullshit. I get it. People experience trauma. Um, 20 some odd years, I guess, have passed by. But still, the fact that you are mentioning people who aren't there, your own father does not remember anything remotely close to what you are including him in. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. Don't jump on some money grab train. And I can't. I can't. It including facts that have no relevance, like the interview. Well, I'm autistic. What does you autistic like being autistic have to do with anything? If you're trying to go for sympathy, then actually give us facts on what happened. Don't like create this fabricated fairy tale of what could have happened. And then your dad came and get you like 5 hours away, and then you guys wrote 5 hours back in silence? Bitch, please. Bitch, please. 5 hours in silence. And this traumatic thing happened to you. And your daddy don't remember not nan detail remotely close to that. She gets under my skin.
Yo,
And
this
the fact
dad
that
did
they
not ride at
refiled,
all for this, Tori.
and it
Cam.
wasn't even initial. This is a refiling. And he was like, "Oh yeah, throw his name in there too. Bye, bye. I'm good."
So it's some parts I just can't rock with,
Tony
man.
Busby been looking for Jay-Z name for a minute. That's what he been doing. So he just let
What
it go.
father is gonna ride in silence for 5 hours and go picking up his 13-year-old daughter? I don't know that father. I
None
really don't. That one's wild to me. I just
from a gas station. Girl, bye,
No
bye.
shoes
because
on
then
to
most
the gas
likely
station is
she's
crazy.
not put together well. She's gonna be in some state of disarray. If that incident happened, she's gonna be in a state of disarray. She's not gonna be all the way there. Maybe in shock. Different experiences. Her clothes are not gonna be together. Stuff like that. Just we're gonna go home and go to sleep. That just don't make a lot of sense to me. But hey, to Cam, can you make sense of this, my friend?
You know what I say? Been saying. I got this young chick. She's immature. hey,
What is the violation, brother?
that's the lyrics. That's the lyrics.
Hey, listen, nobody
That's the
said Jay-Z.
lyrics.
Hey, nobody said Jay-Z don't like him.
She like, why don't you buy me Reeboks? No, listen.
Nobody said he don't
You
like him.
know
No,
what?
I'm
That
just
do
saying.
sound like somebody who may be on the spectrum.
Listen, all I'm saying,
When you
besides
heard
all
it,
that,
I'm
I just
saying
I just feel as though this you know, it's a little fishy. It's
it
kind of
ain't even just
wild
a little
to
bit.
say the least. But I see it as a money grab. That's all I can see it as. It's kind of wild. Like nothing's adding up.
I know that
Exactly, and
because
what Zelmay said, yeah, the NFL about that. So I mean, even though
Bro, they was talking about
remember
Tony. They talking about
remember that Giants kicker. Remember that Giants kicker that was assaulting his wife for years. You know, and
still.
nobody knew. He was just like brushed under the rug. So I mean,
Listen, Roger Goodell knew all this shit. They didn't give.
I do think it's important that if
No,
the
they didn't
NFL
give you.
commissioner representing one of the major brands of sports came out and said nothing's changed,
We're not even gonna think about it.
and
if
the
nothing's
NFL is
changed, then
known
nothing's
to
changed.
sack you for an attempted charge. One loss, one charge, the NFL is known to sack or cut you immediately. They don't play it.
Well, if unless you get caught. Now, if
Like I
you don't
said,
get caught, they
if
will
they
play
find
it. You know what
anything
I'm
of a
saying? Let's be real.
whisper of truth, they
Yeah,
will immediately go
call
for it.
is
You
call
know what
Now,
I'm
to
is
be
saying?
fair, Jay Z is not he's a partner of the NFL. He's not necessarily a player, so it's not as easy, but it can be done. But Afro Kami, your thoughts?
She was trying to get paid, yo. I mean, look, sometimes the opportunity arises where you think you can really get in where you fit in. And I could definitely see how someone could see this as one of those opportunities. So, like, I mean, you miss every shoot you don't shot. It just sucks when you're shooting horrible shots. Like,
You're
very,
earballing. Like, bitch, you're not even
like,
aiming at the
yeah,
basket.
she really just thought the money play. And I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that they're just that the lawyer tried to sneak this in, just sort of on all the other cases that were on Diddy. He figured might as well get this lawsuit in there too. I mean, that's always a possibility. You just, man, it's 2024. People are trying to get paid. She just didn't think that shit through very well.
He didn't either if he's representing her.
I mean, I think he be clearing shit low key though. Like, man, but the nigga's not a horrible lawyer, is he?
No, he's
Tony
actually really.
Busby, I was gonna say.
But the problem is, according to Jay-Z, he kind of been like, "Oh, this dude fishing around my business. Let me get a lawsuit out before." So he's like, "Yo, Adam."
Hey, I always throw the first punch, yo. I ain't waiting for nobody to hit me.
That's according to Jay-Z now, and it appears that because he wasn't
But I don't want to make this like
Sun Kid
victims
said.
should be believed, but like when it's like this, it's kind of.
But like Sun Kid said, when the story gets, it's shady.
Definitely shady. I will. Not gonna pass judgment. Not gonna say true or false. I know that story is very shady. Has a lot of holes in it.
You
And
may not say it. I will. It's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
I know you can say it, but
It does seem very, very unlikely, and it
it's
feels like it
very.
was very, very sloppily put together.
It's always
It feels as if somebody tried to tack this onto a case they already had going.
and it was
Yeah,
like
and they just
24 years
refiled.
ago. It's already
Yeah.
difficult to prove a lot of cases when so much time has passed. She was so young, if and when the incident happened. Tough.
So there's no DNA, there's nothing like that. Fucking it wouldn't be. I mean,
Monte, you might well play that Jaguar right, in which she said nothing she ever said about Jay-Z is true.
Where
She
is
ain't say
she
none of
at?
that.
Hold on.
Oh
Speaking
no,
of that,
she had one yesterday. She had an interview yesterday. I don't know if Monte put it up, but she had an interview yesterday when she said she ain't never said a bad word about Jay-Z. She don't know where it came from. They made it up and they lied on her name because Jay-Z never did nothing to her. That man name was Timothy Green, and that's
who made what up?
the internet. The YouTubers made it up because she never said a
all
word.
He never
the
said
internet.
it.
She never. Monte, I sent you the
According to
clip.
her,
Yo.
she never said it.
Timothy Green was the man. She don't know where Jay-Z came from. That's according to Jaguar Wright. Jay-Z, she don't really know that man, according to this report. And I'm like, so now you don't know. He's suing now. He's suing people now. We don't know nothing about what y'all talking about.
I don't know nothing
She said it
about
was
that.
AI. They did some AI stuff to make her say words she never said.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay.
I see.
If y'all don't
Y'all,
believe me, I sent it. I sent it.
Unico Williams, thank you for joining us.
shout out
Hey,
to
everybody.
props to your backtracking.
You came in right on time.
Jay-Z apologist on deck. Let's
Oh,
go.
you're fine. You came in right on time to tell your thoughts of the civil lawsuit with a lot of
First of all, I hate that
issues
picture.
with the
Why
case.
look like somebody auntie that's disappointed?
So your thoughts
If he just got
of the
accused of
lawsuit.
rape, wouldn't you be disappointed?
I'm disappointed.
Listen,
I'm disappointed in the youth for lying to the people. Wait,
Listen, real
Yeah.
quick before Unico Williams go. All
Yes,
this is Camel Face Hunting season 2. That's all.
wow.
Yo.
And that's a real diss. That's a real diss song. That's a real Camel Face Hunting season. Look it up, please.
He does sort of look like a camel, though. He does sort of look like a camel, though.
Have at it.
I'm
Was
not
that part
upset
of,
with
was
neither
that part
one
of
of
the joke? It's almost like that's insinuated. That's the joke.
Camel
Share
Face
your
Hunting
skills,
season.
Unico.
Yo, I never noticed Jay-Z look like a camel, yo.
That's
Oh,
bullshit. Not in 2024. Not in Beyonce's.
Monte, I sent the clip. If anybody want to see it, I have shared the clip to them already. Whenever you joke it down, I just want.
You have to take Auntie's face off of there if you want to.
Oh no, he
And
didn't
tell
want
the
to say
person that actually wears the shame of that assault on my life. I had to become a CI. The man kidnapped me more than 4 times. His name was Trevor Green.
Bullshit.
And for you guys to try to take that and tie that to Sean Carter, to find a way to give him a reason to sue me for defamation is pathetic. But I just want you to know this. As a survivor, to force someone to have to tell those grueling details to disprove your lies only goes to prove what a piece of shit you actually are.
No. This is what you said. It is.
Hey, she's
First of
trying to
all-
keep a little bit of money she got, yo. She's trying to keep a little bit of money she got. It is what it is.
Listen, y'all heard it. It was Trevor Green. I don't know who told y'all Jay-Z was it. Cam.
Was she talking to Twan?
That was yesterday, by the way. That was yesterday interview she had with the YouTube.
Unico Williams, the floor is yours.
Was she talking to Twan with the T? Like, who was that? First of all, why do you tell your story about Jay-Z to that guy?
No, she tell a story to Jay-Z about everybody, and then she don't.
I thought she just always sits in a room that has a white background and a couch. Like she's like,
and she wrote The Matrix, Joe.
I thought
Yeah,
that
right,
was
The
the
Matrix.
Wachowski brothers, but never mind.
Pause.
I thought it was the Wachowski brothers.
So Jaguar. Never mind, Joe. My fault. Yeah, Joe. Let me ask you.
I just want to say I knew it was bullshit from the beginning, and honestly, like I'm still trying to figure out this whole Bill Cosby situation and how that even happened. She's like, man, back in 1972, I was with a track coach, and it's like, all right, how do you prove that? So now you're talking about, let's go back to 2000. 2000 was a wild year, by the way. We just got over Y2K. We did that. And then,
Speak for yourself, nigga. I was 8 years old.
I was 9.
Man,
I don't
I
remember
was
none
gonna
of
say
that.
I was 8, bro.
I was at watch night service on Y2K night. I was like, man. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is this: I thought it was complete bullshit. MTV was everywhere; they would have caught that shit. Like back, man, it's probably like the archives for MTV is probably like super duper wide, like a library. Because I mean, they had a really good run. So like, if they would have had that girl on tape somewhere, I believe. So the fact that she lied is no surprise to me. Um, you can't. Jay-Z is so smart. He doesn't get caught up in stuff like that. Like that's how smart he is. Like, yeah, only thing I know about me is I'm an alleged drug dealer, and I say that I'm a drug dealer, but am I? So
Was past tense. Hopefully not still currently.
but apparently rappers lie about their lives all the time. So
Did he sell 300 bricks?
Yo, you know what Kendrick
don't
Was
did?
know.
the condom in the back seat of the
Pusha
car?
T is so passionate about that 8 ball that he sold in 1986. He's very passionate about it.
Joe, what's the condom in the back seat of the car?
What?
Was the condom in the back seat?
What
That's
reference is
what the
this?
watch.
Take over, Joe. Take over.
Oh. Well,
Nah.
and then my friend here, Mr. Spider Cam, he was very surgical, if you will, in regards to breaking down Jay-Z's lyrics on "Girls, Girls, Girls" the other day.
And did it recently.
Hey,
Yeah, he's a
Mhm.
repeat
that's what he said.
performer.
I'm just
He was very
what he
surgical in breaking that down.
Listen, nobody ever said Jay-Z didn't like him young. That's all I'm saying.
But as you see,
I'd hope that Jay-Z would say that Jay-Z doesn't like him young. That way, at least somebody said it.
these are the first. That's just the first story. So we'll see how that pans out over the next week or so. But there are other things that have to be discussed. So the other thing that happened over the course of this week was the Video Game Awards decided to have an award.
Man, don't get me fucking started. We were robbed.
So this happens every
We
year.
were fucking robbed by goddamn Astrobot. Fuck
Okay,
that.
we'll get to that. As he's still venting. So of course,
We were fucking
last-
robbed. But we
So,
still won. Night Rain's coming,
as
nigga.
we've
Quit
seen in
playing.
the Video Game Awards over the last 10 years, they are known for big reveals of video games and giving out different awards to award games for their accomplishments over the last year. And so, of
As
course,
the name would
before,
imply.
there were ones like, Game of the Year. These were the nominees supposedly for Game of the Year, which would be Astrobot, Vilantro, Black Myth Wukong, Metaphor, Refantasio, Final Fantasy, and Elden Ring's DLC, which was already questionable at allowing a DLC to possibly win.
That shit was better than most of these games.
Is already questionable. But the reason that Afrocom
Villatro should not be here. I'm sorry.
is because
At all.
the platformer Astrobot
Yo.
is the one that was chosen to be Game of the Year, which
Very
definitely rubs
biased.
some people the wrong way, as they feel as though this game just should not have won this award. But considering the other games that was up there, it may not be as crazy as one thinks, but different people. And besides that, there were other announcements throughout the show. Thanks for the Video Game Awards, things like, The Witcher 4 being announced and revealed.
Yo, getting to be serious choice. That's
Things
just gonna
like
be fire.
Elden Ring having a DLC that's going to be a co-op rogue-like expansion.
Yo, we getting Elden Ring Fortnite, nigga.
So other things, Borderlands 4, Helldivers having another DLC expansion, Mafia getting something. So it was different things, but just the reaction from the Game Awards this year is probably a bit more than most other years. And so just simply have to ask people your thoughts. If you watched the Game Awards, your thoughts on what you saw, or even did they get Game of the Year right? And, since the Afro comedy is venting so much, you have the privilege of going first, my friend.
This shit is a joke. This shit's been a fucking joke. You're not gonna tell me fucking Astrobot was better than Shadow of the Earth Tree. You're not gonna tell me fucking Astrobot was better than Metaphor, if we're gonna be completely fucking honest, yo.
Can I tell you that you never played
Atlas does not fuck around at all. And even look, the Final Fantasy VII. Look, if that would have won, I'd at least I'd have been like, the nostalgia's always gonna hit. But you're not telling me that fucking Astrobot won this shit. I don't believe it.
I think they did tell you that they.
Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is at this point. They did tell
I'm
you
just
that.
saying,
Astro
yo,
Boy, now nigga, cope.
Tell them,
this was
Torres, it's a Sony Interactive one again. 3 out of 10.
the Katakawa purchase did not come through yet, so fucking they weren't pulling the strings for Elden Ring. Is that what we're getting at?
Yes,
No,
Elden Ring would have won if they would have bought.
it would have killed so many egos if DLC would have beat full fucking length games, even though the DLC
And that would have been
easily-
questionable in and of itself too.
No, but let's be honest, the DLC is fucking longer than most of these other games that are fucking were in the category, yo. Like, what are we talking about?
It's not longer than Rebirth.
It's
Metaphor
not long-
probably not.
Metaphor is ridiculous long.
Yeah,
That
but
whole
that's
10
an-
hours,
Probably
dog.
longer than Black Myth. It's longer than Astrobot. Balantra, I'm still not sure what it is.
That's
So,
a trash
what,
card game.
2 out of 5?
But I'm just saying, yo, it was a masterpiece. Literally, it was a masterpiece. And it would have hurt too many egos if DLC beat out fucking hard-working game developers. But it's whatever, yo. We're still getting Night Rain, so it don't even fucking matter.
Torres, Sony won again in the Sony Awards.
It's so fucking lame, yo. If they actually do purchase Katakawa and fucking end up buying FromSoft, it's gonna be so fucking horrible.
Your thoughts, Unico Williams?
All right, my thoughts on what? Because I keep on getting twisted up. I'm gonna be real.
I don't know. Just tell me your thoughts of the Game Awards in general. He's been thinking about Game of the Year specifically.
That shit's so fucking trash.
Shut up. You had a segment. My biggest
garbage.
My biggest thing is this. It's like I thought that people chose stuff off of like what's the most like watch stream kind of thing, like what game stream.
No.
Yes, and obviously they don't, because I know that Elden Ring. I get on Twitch just to like bullshit sometimes, but like just to see what's going on. And so obviously now Marvel Rivals is doing this thing, but I never saw anybody do the robot Astro Boy.
It's mostly kids play it.
No,
So
don't disrespect Astro Boy by call. It's Astro Bot that you're talking about.
Look,
We're not
like
disrespecting Astro Boy. Okay,
my bad, Afro Boy. So my thing is this.
That works too.
I like that.
I could look. I could a couple years earlier. I might have been Afro Boy instead of Afro Commie. Who knows?
Noted. So what I'm trying to say is this: is that also I like the Onimusha aspect of things. I love Onimusha. It's like Samurai Resident Evil was fun. So my boy had to cough to keep himself from talking. That's hilarious. But what I'm trying to say, also, that's my favorite reveal. Is 100% the Onimusha aspect of things, because I like that franchise. Except for 3 was a little weird for me, but that's cool.
Yeah, of course. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And then I have to ask, Hater Cam, would you like to comment on that? Let's make sure.
Give him the screen. Give him the screen. This
I
one.
have to ask.
Bring the hate. That's what we
Like
can.
his waifu, would you like to comment about the Game Awards?
I partially streamed it. I know there's a lot of hate about how much Astrobot won. I'll say I didn't play a lot of the games that were listed, but I had played Astro's Playroom and I loved it. So if Astrobot was anything like that, kudos to him. I don't care what y'all say.
It was. It's actually like they improved on data and everything. It's a very well put together game. It's just a bit surprising that a relatively easier platformer was able to.
Did niggas not see Shadow of the Earth Tree?
Taurus, it's Sony. Taurus, they made by Sony. Sony Awards gonna give it.
Dale, you're up.
So fucking. You sound real bitter.
I am very, very, very bitter about it. No question.
Oh, you too, but that was for the adult face bandit over there.
Listen,
wow.
If you've been on this show
for
a long time,
he's with the shit.
I've been I hate this award show. They literally, most of the voters are Sony employees. And it's like been crazy. Just look it up. You can go see it. It's online. They all work for Sony. I'm like, okay. We know this is Sony Awards at this time. They have the most games nominated every year. They had 13 nominations.
So did we sit there and watch what was that last year? Did we sit there and watch Spider-Man 2 just not win?
It They wasn't beating Baldur's Gate 3. Come on now.
Yeah, it was not beating
They
Baldur's
cannot.
Gate
They
3,
not
bro.
finna. They ain't finna go that
Niggas,
far.
Spider-Man did have at least
Niggas were
7
fucking
nominations
bears,
in
bro.
the so I
Niggas
know
were
what you're talking about.
fucking bears and
It's
foxes
not
and
beating
He
Baldur's
dragons.
didn't get a
Gate,
single
dog.
award and had like 7 nominations. I know
I'm
what
saying,
it
I'm
is.
just
Bro.
saying, like,
It
so
was not beating
It-
Baldur's Gate 3
It was
by
not
any
beating Baldur's.
stretch.
This year, it was a little more open, so they had a chance to get their game in. Like
it
every
was a
time it's
little more
open,
open.
every
Yeah,
time
that
it's
one.
open. Like when
Okay.
The Witcher 3 won, they had no choice.
Yeah,
But,
that wasn't
like,
nobody gonna accept nothing different.
that's what I'm saying. But every year is questionable. What? Look at it. Every year you like, I don't know.
Okay, now you're
Sony
making
win.
some sense. So now tell me what was questionable about other years.
We going over this. Oh, let me get this off and then
Do
I'm gonna tell
5
y'all.
years. Go 5 years at least. 5 years.
I had it just up.
How long have the
let's
Game
see.
Awards been going on?
2014.
See?
10
Okay,
years. It was the 10th anniversary.
2014. Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I thought.
Let's go over it on in Wikipedia. Let's look up the list of people that won. I know Dragon Age.
5 years.
Inquisition
5
won.
years.
Let's see. Let's go over the Game of the Years. Who won? Okay, last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Astrobot won, made by Sony Interactive.
Mm-hmm.
Baldur's Gate won. Of course, it won. Laren is the best. Elden Ring won 2 years ago. Of course, they're not going. They not
Yeah,
going
wasn't no arguing with that shit.
Yeah.
What's the Sony argument? What are you talking about?
Wait,
Joe,
That's a
when
really
it's
good game.
Joe, I just literally said when it's obvious, they cannot do it when it's not obvious. But
I just
let's
said
go
it.
to
like
2020.
some games are undeniable, yo.
What if Astrobot is just really good?
Let's go to
Nah,
2020.
fuck that.
Let's
Fuck
go to
Astrobot.
2020. That's
Because your Sony argument is mute now because it's not. They don't just pick Sony all the time. So don't call it Sony
Joe,
really.
ain't nobody gonna
But-
accept
but
any of them
they-
games beating them games I just said. You think
Yeah,
people gonna accept?
Okay, you've gone back 3 years. You got 2 more to go.
He
Keep
went
going.
5 years. He said because
No, I
Elden
didn't.
Ring won 2 years in a row.
No, I said 2 years ago. What?
2 years ago.
Oh, I thought he said 2 years ago too.
Okay,
He did.
I'm sorry.
Then 2021 was a weird year because Ratchet and
See?
Clank was the best game Sony put up. But It Takes Two
Oh
won.
my God! There's
It takes two.
But
I hated that
2020,
one. But hold on, what was in the category? Never mind. Keep going.
Deathloop probably should have won that, honest. But 2020, Last of Us Part 2, I agree with that one, by the way.
But that is a Sony game.
But basically, yes.
But you agree with it though.
I do agree with that one, by the way. I do agree with that one, by the way. So I'm not completely biased.
Regardless of what he said, it's still bullshit that Astrobot won.
No.
Whether Sony was pulling some,
game.
bruh, you're not telling Astrobot wasn't better than fucking Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Have you
or
played it?
fucking Metaphor.
Let's
Still
kill
on
it.
No, I haven't, and I don't play.
You ain't gonna let it go.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I'm just telling y'all the
Astrobot.
Sony. Well, listen, look at the voters. That's all I got to prove. The voters.
But you didn't prove anything.
All of them work for Sony.
You didn't prove anything.
All of the people that nominate the games work for
We
Sony.
gave you 5 years
Y'all
sample size. Are you mad?
Monterey, I do have a question.
What's up?
My question is, what's more egregious, the Astro bot winning or the the sixth guy getting best rap artist at the Billboard Music Awards over Metro Boomin, who's not a rapper, Travis Scott, Future, and Kendrick Lamar, and then also for All the Dogs winning best rap album over Nicki Minaj.
Oh, Nicki
No,
Minaj.
talking about niggas about Pink Barbie.
I'm not saying what's more egregious. Just let me know. Or
More
Astro Bot winning best
Astrobot.
Drake doesn't win anything this year, and that's the fucked up egregious part about it.
But that's just
Drake winning probably isn't.
So with Afro saying Astrobot is more egregious, now he's a Drake fan now.
Listen, I've been accused of. I said Kendrick won 3-2 and I got accused.
Never
of
that, yo.
Whoa, you turned on Kendrick. Kendrick was up there.
Listen,
look,
man.
Listen, you gotta pick one.
Astrobot might be a little more.
You picked the hill to die on.
Winning award
Now you're a Drake
is
fan.
not insane to me.
No, like, I'm not a Drake fan. I don't.
No,
fuck with
Drake winning
Canadians
awards
like
isn't
that.
insane.
I don't fuck with
but
Canadians like that.
I ain't gonna lie to a lot of people. If you don't say Kendrick is God, you are.
No, to be fair, since you decided to bring it
But
up,
Astrobot is still more
If you don't
egregious.
say Drake,
Afro
I mean, if you don't say Kendrick is God, you are a Drake fan to a lot of.
You a Drake fan now, bro? That's
I'm just saying.
No, I
I
refuse.
said, bro, me and Hollywood said Kendrick won 3-2. Some dude said you a Drake stan. That's what they told us on the show. Welcome to Hollywood. I was like, oh shit.
but also, speaking of
Happy for
welcome
Drake.
Miss Ebony Moonbeam to the one. How you doing this day? So
Hey, what's up, everybody?
we are good. We are good. So
Glad to
since
be
we decided
back.
bring up music.
Missed you.
It is a good time to bring up, different lists that we're going to do every week. And this week is going to be music inclined. No shout out to. So first and foremost, I ask two people every time for their personal list on different things that they specialize in. This time we have top 10 songs that was given by the Hollywood Sensei 215. Make sure to go follow him on What It Sound Like. And I asked the Afro Commie for a top 10 albums because he's not going to be as biased.
Yeah, because let's be honest, if we were going songs,
not you throwing shots.
No,
he's not going to be as biased.
No, it's very true because if I were to do songs, like half of it would just be songs from GNX, and niggas would be like, "Oh, come on now."
Yes. So like instead of doing that, him doing albums is a lot better.
Albums is good because this was an amazing year for rap. Niggas don't realize this was an amazing year from rap. We got good albums from every corner of the United States this year, except for. Okay, I don't think there's any East Coast on my list, but we've got rappers from Florida, we've got rappers from Texas, we've got rappers from fucking the West Coast. Fucking, it was a very good year for mainstream. We've got rappers from Atlanta. It was a very good year for mainstream rap.
To defend his list as why he chose what he chose, and these are the Afro Commies top 10 albums of 2024. Number 1 is GNX by Kendrick Lamar. Number 2 is We Still Don't Trust You by Metro Boomin and Future. 3, Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. 4 is Blue Lips. 5 is Scarecrow Deluxe. 6 is King of the Mischievous South Volume 2. 7 is Dark Times. 8 is The American Dream. 9 is probably D-Lo Curry. And number 10 is Take Care.
This seems like a Drake hate album. It's a Drake hate album, Tori. This shit seems like a anti-Drake.
No, this was yo. I wanted to go. Look, there was good music from all over. Look, think about how 2022 and 2023 were for rap. We were down bad, yo. Niggas did not have readily available albums that they were going to that had came out in that year and were like, this shit slaps. We had an abundance of it this year, and it wasn't just from one place in the country. Sure, yes, I know a lot of that is West Coast artists. There's also more than a few Florida artists, but there's also there's artists from Texas and Atlanta. It was just
the Juneteenth I Hate Drake tour. A lot of them was on their stage.
Listen, that's besides the point. I thought I was a Drake fan now. Remember? I thought I was a Drake fan there. But if we look at this list of my top 10 albums of 2024, this is, as Zelme said, have some of these rappers been associated with shots against Drake in the rap out? Yes, more than a few of them have been. But I'm just saying, yo, very good albums. You can pick any one of those albums. Somebody will find, if you like rap music, you will find something you like on all of these albums. Well, and one of them's even, but look, in my defense, there's still a Jewish rapper on that list, even though it's not Drake.
Zell or anybody, would you like to rebuttal this list in any way?
The top 4 people I was on stage, crip walking on Drake's grave. That's crazy.
They all put out amazing projects. That's not my fault, yo. They all put out amazing projects.
This nasty work.
They all. Hold on. What out of those top 4 albums are bad, Zelme? Honestly,
I don't think Metro Boomin and Future should be number 2. I just don't.
It might be.
I don't think that album was that high.
This wasn't. I didn't rank these in one. This is just the 10 best albums of 2024. You can switch the fucking arrangement around all you want.
Because I promise you, I don't think Metro Boomin and Future's album.
Real quick,
it was just as they were my most listened to albums.
I'm the most judgmental of Afro Comics musical tastes. I mean, as I see it, the ranking's terrible, but hold on, the selections very solid.
There was so much good.
The only thing I don't like you don't have on there is Benny the Butcher. That's all I have, but it came out in January, so people might have forgot.
Yeah, that was a minute ago.
That's it. But I love the
The
list. I
summer
love the
was
list.
heavy, yo. The
It's
summer
not
was
love
bad.
the
I'm
list.
just trolling, Tori. I'm just trolling.
I
love
don't
the
think
list.
number 2 should be number 2, but I'm not mad at the list. I just don't think Metro Boomin and Future are nowhere close to being that high. But
and that's
I
fine.
feel like
Like I said, this was just look. I literally just put them down as they were
You
my
thought
most
about the
listened
Drake
to
hate.
albums.
You just listen
No,
to
so,
those were just the most listened to albums.
so we have also the Hollywood Sensei 215. Since unfortunately he couldn't join us, I will read off his list.
Cowboy gonna be number one. We know it.
You so
Beyonce
cute.
Stan.
No,
So,
I think he went songs in that album.
he went songs
Oh, okay.
instead. So like I said, I need a more unbiased opinion instead of having 9.
Yeah, because I legit would have just
And
I
one
could have
feature.
just put up the first 10 tracks of GNX and
So for
called it
Hollywood's
a
top
day.
10 songs of 2024, we have Not Like Us, which I agree is number
Hey.
1. We have
Yeah.
Thank God It's Friday, TGIF for Glorilla. Number 3 is Bodyguard by Beyonce. Number 4 is Like That, Future Metro and Kendrick. Number 5 is $1 Million Baby, the TikTok viral sensation, Tommy Richmond. Number 6, surprisingly, is Family Matters by Drake.
Drake Stan.
Number 7 is Saturn by SZA. 8, Redrum by 21 Savage. Number 9, Nasty by Tanashi. And number 10, ending the list as he began it, is Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar. Do we have any rebuttal to this list?
That's my shit right
I
there.
think considering all her songs sound the same once you really listen to them, but I think Glorilla had a great comeback this year with her song selections and stuff. You know, academics said she was washed up and she was done. So I think Glow had a great year.
She put belt to ass, yo.
She put belt to ass. You know, if all your songs is on TikTok, you doing something right.
Yeah,
I mean, what beat selection? Her beat selection is pretty much the same, pretty standard, but you know, all the songs pretty much sound the same, but
it's all very Memphis sounding though.
Yeah, so we'll give her that. That's totally fine. So I mean, I think shout outs to her. You know, shout out to Drake and Kendrick for holding down the year with the beef and
more Kendrick than Drake though.
You see that? You see it? It takes two. It takes two. Well, what it took 3 was somebody bowed out. We're not gonna mention his name.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Jay Fold, yo. Jay Fold.
I respect this list from Hollywood because he was not a huge like $1 Million Baby Tommy Richmond fan. So the fact that he put it on, I appreciate. Maybe it grew on him later on. I agree. Glorilla did her thing. I do wish Euphoria was a little bit higher, but I think that's a personal bias. It may not be like the top songs for everybody, but I personally probably play Euphoria more than Not Like Us.
I agree, actually.
When I'm at home, so that's just me.
Shit was gonna get real.
But I think the rest of the list is pretty solid. Like I'd have to go through my Spotify to adjust, but I'm not mad at this list. Outside of Bodyguard, I'm not in love with Bodyguard. So to be honest, I don't think it should be in the top 10. Beehive, don't come for me. I was at the Renaissance tour just like y'all. But yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've heard it.
I don't think it needs to be in the top 10 personally.
Hollywood would show up if you. He would just show up on this show from work. And be like, hey,
he was never gonna do a top 10 without Beyonce on it if she dropped an album. If she dropped an album, he was never gonna do it.
I'm surprised she's on the number 3. I'm be honest with you.
Well, I'm the top 2 songs. I don't feel like you can debate on how viral they went. I don't really think
just on the top out of the other 2.
I
still feel like $1 Million Baby. If we're going based off of this list, $1 Million Baby should be 3. Like that should be 4.
Yeah, but that shit got so.
I can rock with that because $1 Million Baby probably is the most popular.
Oh, it's so
popular TikTok song.
I'm not gonna lie, I burned out quickly on that one.
I didn't. I love it. I love him.
Everybody rocking with West Coast now. Also,
you can look at my list from last year. It was still very so. I'm not just I want to escape the purely pushing for the West Coast bias because I am a pusher of rap music regardless of where it comes from.
Except when it comes to Kendrick,
if I like it.
No, Kendrick just be making good music, yo. Good music, good music.
But before I go to the last topic, I will
if you don't mind, can I just say a word?
Oh, my bad, Mr.
Ooh, gorgeous. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey. hold on. Can we go to the one before that? Because that's the one I want to talk about. That one.
Oh, you
Right
want
there.
to talk about?
No,
Oh, my bad.
Chromacopia.
That's what I thought.
I'm sorry, the Chromacopia.
Oh, I did have it right.
The albums. Yeah. So yeah, that was a dope album.
It was. It was a very good album.
I but see, come on, Khaled. Don't start calling it weird, mysterious music. It was just fun. And Judge Judy was such a good man. He's got some really songs. He got some songs that should have been like up there on songs of the year. Because what, like him, about the one with like his dad or whatever. And then it turns out his mom's been lying to him the whole time. Like, actually, your dad was cool. It was me.
Look, we're trying to escape the West Coast bias.
Listen,
That's
Joe,
the storyline.
all that is great, and everybody was like, "Yeah, this is awesome." It's like, "Yeah, I fuck with Tyler." GNS
Yeah, but
came
then
out. Fuck all you niggas! Throw all that CD shit out the window. Yeah, I'm just, hey, it happened.
It didn't happen like that.
It definitely did happen. Nobody's talking about Tyler after Kendrick. Kendrick,
It didn't happen like
Well,
that.
yes, it did.
Man, listen, Tyler the Creator is like the next, like not even the next Kanye. He might be the current Kanye in regards to being musically great. Musically great.
Listen, Kanye,
Musically
that
great
man
and
Kanye
underrated.
earlier.
But
Do you not say? Do you disagree that what is Kanye not good like producer and like
No,
composer?
Kanye. But saying because I know you talking about Kanye.
I'm
Back
talking
then,
music.
Kanye.
I'm talking musically because
I
does
don't
he
know if
still
he
not
that.
come out?
That's a
musically,
that's
Kanye?
a that Kanye.
Like I'm
Kanye
talking about
different.
composing and actual
That Kanye
Oh,
different.
okay,
sound.
producer.
Putting
In terms of catalogs, we gotta put Tyler up there right now. So
It would be up there though.
Man, Tyler has like his he has the rowdy music and even Sticky is I hate that song. It's only because of Sexy Red, but I hate that song. And now even that's starting to grow on me a little bit, man. I hate it.
Don't be talking bad about
that's the
Big
Drake
Sexy.
effect. You know how sticky you get.
I draw.
Drake,
Hold on.
God,
Hold
wait,
on.
whoa.
Bad
Excuse
talking
me,
Big Sexy, okay?
Get
But-
it, see it.
What Spider Cam?
And you know when Drake dropped his techno joint, and it was like, you know how sticky it gets, and like, oh, this shit's ass. And then after a while, just
That
like,
was Vogue
you know how
music.
sticky it gets.
That was
Yo, that was Vogue music. It's crazy. It was
It's
getting mad play at the
disgusting.
Well, you know the origin. You know the origin of it.
It was getting mad play.
Beyonce was dropping her dance album, and then Drake couldn't get no parts of it. So like, I'll drop one. Why not?
house music goes along.
So
with
before I go, to
House
the
Drake
last-
was a thing.
Before I go to the last,
House Drake is crazy.
I will
making
give-
House Drake.
I will
Why
give
is
the-
he
Anytime you move me up there,
Oh no, you're
I
fine.
knew
will
it.
give the
Anytime you
wonderful Miss Ebony Moonbeam.
Put her on the
her
Summer Jam
opportunity.
Hey,
This is our first
gorgeous
topic, because
guy.
it would only be fair to let you get your opportunity to speak on the first topic, which was the civil lawsuit.
Camel face hunting
administration
season.
and the issue.
I never knew he looked like a camel till now.
Was pointing out.
You wasn't there for the beach, but show.
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
So we're just pointing out everything. Father didn't know, don't remember the incident at all, don't know exactly where it happened. He doesn't recall picking her up 5 hours away. The fact that if your 13-year-old daughter was 5 hours away somewhere is a big red flag. Acknowledging, making mistakes about people being at the event that she recalled, different things like that. So it would only be right.
Not bringing in good Charlotte. About good Charlotte.
It would only be
Benji
right.
and Joel is good Charlotte.
To only give Miss Ebony Moonbeam her opportunity to tell her spiel or her reaction to.
Am I surprised? No. Jay-Z's rich as fuck. So no. Do I believe it? No. But then again, if it was true, I'd be like, not surprised, because as I've said on this so many times, no, celebrities are just weird. So I expect all of them to be weird as hell. So if it comes out that they're weird, then I'm like, makes sense.
No, but it'd suck if Hov was a weirdo.
Would it suck? Like, how does it not in like in terms of like being a creeper? Obviously, that's a problem. But I'm saying, like, how does him being a creeper affect you right now?
Look, I don't know if Jay-Z's one of those artists where I can just like separate the art from the artist. I don't know if so it could fuck up his whole catalog.
Able to do that?
Well,
no,
no,
it
doesn't
no.
have
I'm
much
just
of an
saying.
effect on me. Whoa.
I'm just saying, certain artists, if it slaps, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I care deeply about what you did. If you got a slapper and it slaps, I'm gonna slap it.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie,
like
silly
I
start.
wish I could say I wish I could say that I
So
cancel
wait, so
musicians, but I just
real
don't.
quick, if Kel's coming on the cookout, I mean,
We
Are
are.
you
I don't.
niggas
I'm
making
just
people
not a big
sing shit?
Kells person like that. Anyway, like I don't get me
he has
wrong.
his
But
His
afro.
music,
If
his
Kel's
music is
comes
good,
on,
but I'm not going out of my
I'm
way to
still
play it on my
stepping in the name
Spotify
of
on a
love,
random
yo.
oh
Saturday.
god,
That's just me.
he's
No,
Troy,
filling it.
don't.
He's filling his plate up with ribs, chicken, corn, all that stuff. And stepping in the name of love color. He's putting the black eyed peas down and
No,
step.
he gonna do it with the plate. No, no,
I,
Cam. He doing it with the plate in his hand.
I think
I
he
am
did
doing it with the plate in my hand.
No,
I'm not
he
gonna
puts
the
he
food.
puts a spoon of black eyed peas down and taking the plate with him.
Okay.
Step.
Eating the
But
chicken, eating the food.
we come to the last.
I'm just being
I want to
honest.
make sure
I'm
you
just
understand
being
what we
honest.
gave her.
What about AJ number the number, Tori?
But
See,
let's
hold
go to
on,
the
No,
last.
Black.
that one
Yeah,
can't
some
go.
songs.
That
Yeah,
that one can't go. It's too
that would be
crazy.
one of them.
It's too crazy.
Just get out of there.
AJ
Get out
number
of
the
there.
number's too
Monterey, get him
crazy.
out of
Yeah,
there.
that's too much.
Huh?
That's a
Joe
little
trying to
too
get
much.
off this topic
No,
right now.
Oh, I said, don't worry. I'm going to the
no,
last.
Joe knows. Joe said let that nigga go. Never
No.
forget.
Who,
He's not
Jay-Z?
saying free. We're talking about. He
Free
said
Robert.
Robert,
Free
free
Robert.
Robert, nigga,
Free
free
Robert.
Robert.
Free Robert is dead.
Robert is innocent.
I'm not saying I'm not saying free R.
It's
Kelly. I'm
Kelly.
saying free Robert is
Free
still crazy.
Robert.
It's Kelly. It's Kelly.
That's
That's
so fucking crazy.
That's still the
So,
craziest thing I've
to
ever
the final one. Oh, wait a minute. Before I give it, like,
They
you
do have slapping.
do have to admit
What?
that any controversial celebrity had bangers and hits. I've already said I'm normally able to separate art from artistry just because there are a lot of artists and people that have done shady and horrible things, and yet their media is still perpetuated everywhere, or like the things they've done aren't necessarily as corrupted. So
it's
if you
okay.
can,
It's been like that forever though. Niggas are still rocking to Elvis.
I do not blame you whatsoever. For the final one, it was asked.
Did y'all hear the
to
police
do.
knock on my door?
So
What?
How'd
Y'all
they
hear
get
that
behind
bang,
the
bang, bang,
gate?
bang, bang?
The security.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, you might
Y'all didn't hear it? I
Ma'am, I
just knew
heard
y'all could
disturbance in
hear
your
it.
yard.
I was
I
like,
ain't hear
No.
They finna serve
You
you.
got drowned out by all the songs, the Step in the Name of Love songs. So
About
you
to
got
sign
drowned
those
out.
papers?
What they want? What do they want from you? Like right now at almost midnight Eastern Standard? No, it's not.
What? Joe,
what?
you okay?
It is
Are you
6:55.
okay?
Midnight.
It's 11.
It's 7
This man
o'clock.
said midnight.
No,
Midnight.
it is
It's not
7
even
o'clock
8 o'clock.
almost.
It's not even 7.
On my computer is L. What's 11?
Well, fix your computer, though.
I don't know because
That
11:50 ain't nothing. Nowhere
Is it
near
midnight?
here.
That's just,
Midnight is
I think
crazy.
you're like international right now.
Because it says
Yeah,
it's
you might.
11:57 on my screen. I was like, wow, that's weird.
Well, to the final
That sounds
one.
like Middle Eastern time to me.
Oh, okay.
That it was asked that we go over
That's crazy.
a recent movie that came out, which would be Kraven the Hunter, Kraven the Mistake, possibly, because
Yo,
the reviews for it are
Kraven the
just as
Mistake is
bad as
crazy.
everybody
niggas
would.
didn't expect this shit to
Really?
be good.
Because
Dude,
I
that's
actually
bad
saw a
news.
lot of comments on a post earlier today about it being pretty good.
Well,
Well, we
I
got
ain't
we got
seen it. I'm just
we
saying.
got two niggas.
Hold
We
on,
got two
hold on,
niggas
hold
who
on.
sat
We
through
got
it
some
today.
numbers. We got some numbers to go over. So currently, it's
Ooh, I love numbers.
15% Rotten Tomatoes score by critics. The populace, the people currently average out at about 71%.
I saw
So
some
it's a
sus ones on it.
barely passing grade among the people. Right now, everybody, 15% their IMDb got it at 5.5.
2 hours and 7
Critics got it
minutes.
at
God
35.
damn.
That's just long
Right
as
now,
hell.
it's not looked at as a
Wicked.
relative positive.
I'm watching
No
on Monday.
diddy.
And it's unfortunate because this is the final film in Sony's Marvel universe.
Let's go.
They're coming out with. So
Let's fucking go.
when you look at all of them in a
I
nutshell,
just feel like you have a real issue with Sony.
That's what
been
everybody
bit
has
of
a problem
issue with the 6 movies they've come out from the
No,
Spider-Man
I like the
universe.
first Venom.
And these
I
are like
enjoyed the
different
first
run
Venom.
12 floors.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
been rough the whole
Like it
way
wasn't
going.
terrible.
I don't dislike the
That's how you
Venom.
know.
I liked all the Venom.
No, I have a
I
problem
like
with
all the
Venom. Other than that,
I liked every one of them, all three.
so it
Shout out
hasn't
to
been
Ghetto
a
Weeaboo.
net positive in the last 6 years for these
God
movies.
damn.
Can I say a word?
I forgot about Madam Web. Madam Web is
May I
rough.
have a moment?
You have
For you to
do
cape for
something.
You
Madam
are-
Web?
you are
No.
an
Listen, first of all,
No,
yes,
we are
I
not going to
enjoy-
listen to you cape for Madam Web again.
Okay,
Cape for Madam
let me
Web
start
is
from
crazy.
let me start backwards then. So
Okay.
the Venom series was okay. Like
good man.
he was the only like character out of all these people that you could actually like do some things with. Like, hey, let's be the nutty symbiote guy. Ha ha ha.
Hey,
And
Tom
then-
Hardy's Tom Hardy, yo.
But I gotta say this about like Kraven. You know what? I had a very good conversation with Afro. I'm not Afro. I'm sorry. Mare. And he was
Really
like,
now.
he was like, "Yo, I congratulate you on being able to like separate like the character to just watching a movie." Kraven was so far away from Kraven that I couldn't help but do it. I couldn't help but do it.
Nigga with Tarzan.
I was like, "Who is this guy? Who is this? Like this? What are we doing here?" And I felt like this is a troll. And
Who
he
are these
didn't
niggas?
do nothing cool like that. He sat there in like a computer chair from 2020. Like you can't do that. You remember everybody had to go home, you know, for COVID. This was a COVID movie. Like, what are we doing? I've never seen so much green screen in my life. Niggas is
COVID
really
movie.
niggas in Africa.
I want y'all to know Joe cake for Madam Web. That's all
I
he
did.
said.
I still came for Madam Web. What?
That's disgusting.
Wait a minute.
Hey, yo.
Sydney Sweeney fine as hell though.
But that's
I'm not gonna.
no. I had a good time with that movie, and that was fine. That's fine.
I mean,
But,
you
like,
did say you came from Madam Web.
but it's just Kraven was so far away. Like you ain't no nice guy. You don't care about your brother. What are you talking about? Like that's
Well,
If his brother was
we wanted
too
the
weak to make it
opportunity
out, that
to
was on
feel,
him.
we can give different opportunities and go to the Amazing Spider Camp. Now that the Sony Spider-Man verse is over, just give your thoughts about it now that this is done. And hopefully
Listen, do I get the Summer Jam screen or no?
I don't mind. We can give everybody the summer
Oh,
jam.
you talk regular, it's fine.
Oh,
They gave it to me anyway.
of course.
You know, shout out to Sony. They gave us the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, you know, and you know, they gave us an icon. They gave us a masterpiece when Marvel was kind of like, when you know, suffering from their bankruptness and selling character rights off. And back in the day when your man, shout out to Stan Lee, was doing LSD to do stories. Hey, listen, it happened. Nothing wrong with that. It happened. But you know, since Marvel, you know, getting the rights back and all that stuff, and we got to do other characters. You know, you could have just picked better characters. Like I, you know, when I was going to BlurCon, I was excited to watch Morbius, and you know, for Tyrese to get the role of a FBI agent was weird to me, nonetheless. But I think Jared Leto for Morbius
That was weird to you?
I mean, picking.
Have we not
Tyrese
seen the
to
Fast
do
and the Furious series? That was weird
I'm
to
for
you.
it. Listen, I love. Hold on. I love Ejecto Cito, cuz I love that. That's fine. Tyrese, he's baby boy. That's the personification of what black men are now to some women. Some,
just like Amanda Waller is
some.
all black women too. By the way,
I said some. But listen, you pick Morbius. You pick Madam Web. Multiple options out there. You could have done like, I don't know, Beta Ray Bill. You could have just done maybe another Punisher. I don't know. You could have done a lot of Marvel characters that you could have done. You could have done a Bullseye movie. I don't know. Listen, but they picked Kraven. I don't know.
Do they bring back Colin Farrell for the Bullseye movie?
Well,
I don't see why not. He played a
Spider-Man.
hell of a penguin.
Well, what
Bring
he's
it back
saying
to
is,
Bullseye.
what he
Fuck it.
was saying was make a deal because Doctor Strange was made so Sony can use them. If they make a deal with Spider-Man, they can use certain characters. And I'm pretty sure Marvel be like, okay, if we get another Spider-Man movie, we'll give you Bullseye. Nobody give a fuck.
Yes, Sony said we can
Give
do it.
me listen. If Marvel can make fucking no, I'm not Marvel. I'm sorry. If Netflix can make a hit for Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, aka Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
I'm just a white guy that knows Kung Fu, you know.
Let's see Marvel Rivals. Then he can float.
Shout out to Marvel
White
Rivals. They're
privilege
using the
Japan.
Asian one in Marvel Rivals, which
Yeah.
Is that Danny Rand? No, it's just an Asian. But other than that, listen, just saying.
Clip it.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
Your thoughts on the Spider-Man Sony verse? Period.
I kind of just want to add on to what Cam said. I agree. You know, we got Tobey Maguire. You know, we got those Spider-Man movie, which obviously majority of us like love. Yeah, I know he's still like, even though all the Spider-Mans are my Spider-Man, like he's that too, you know. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. Yeah, well, I do, because some characters like Kraven, I don't really know much about. So even if it's not 100% accurate to the comics, like I'm still going to learn more about a character that I knew nothing about going in. So I still agree with Cam that I think that they do really well with shows. So maybe go that direction a little more with some of these other characters, pull a MCU Disney Plus kind of thing. But it's time. You know, I think that we are all, especially now that we have had access to the MCU in the capacity that we had, it's very hard, as much as we want more superhero stuff and all of that, like Sony ain't doing it. They're not cutting it. And so now it's just like, let's take back the reins and try again, kind of thing. So Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will save us. Who knows?
Sonic gave us Uncharted, Cam. They gave us Uncharted.
I don't know. But yeah, like it's kind
Uncharted
of
wasn't bad, really.
I think there's been times where I've seen like the end of something where I was somewhat sad, but I'm not really sad. I feel like we're still gonna get, like, the comic book superhero age is still very much here and is gonna keep going. So I'm looking forward to the future when it comes to that. Sorry if that was all over the place. I'm tired and my lip is swollen.
Oh yeah, fine.
Like a lot.
Nigga Williams, did I give you a spiel on? Well, yeah, you had the first spiel. So we go to Zell. Your thoughts of the Sony Spider-Verse and everything.
Let's start with the end. Let's go with
the who.
I went into this movie thinking, free Luigi, the job is not done. but I came out of this movie, said just give them Bond. We might need a kidnapping like in this film, and maybe they come out better place. This movie wasn't awful as I hoped it was going to be, but it's still awful. It is terrible. The story is written pitifully. It loops around like all Sony movies does, in which it goes from scene to scene to scene, and they speak, and it's like, Unico know what I'm talking about. He'll understand it. They go from like Russian to British to American English to African. I'm like, and the movie feels different each time, and I'm like, why? It's throwing me off. The story is incoherent.
Hold on. Russell Crowe was in this movie, though.
Russell Crowe literally said in this movie and like, yo, I'm just getting a check. You can see it in his eyes. He was dead inside. You're like, listen, they paid me very well to be here, and this movie gonna suck. Ain't nobody gonna see it. Joe, Unico, how many people was in the movie theater when you went? It was 4. And
I chose where I wanted to sit.
That's a nice way to put it.
No, like I bought
that was good.
A placeholder ticket. And it was like, oh, like whatever. If you want to sit
That's
down
what he
there
did me
next,
too.
if
That
you
like you
want to
can
sit
sit
down there
wherever.
next
It
to
don't matter.
LeBron James, you can type shit.
You can sit wherever because only 4 other people going in this movie to see this. Ain't nobody going to see this movie. Somebody told me at the premiere there was only 10 people when they went to see it at the big movie theater.
There was
I
ample
think
room
it's
on
projected
Thursday
to
night too.
earn 20, 25 million, lower than Morbius, one of the
I'm
lowest
telling you.
grossing films in Marvel history. So it ain't looking nice.
Listen,
But I
I
believe
don't mind the Kraven. The guy did, even though I thought he was just everywhere. By the way, his brother, we gonna go in it when me and Unico do the spoiler. His brother was by far the best part of this movie. By far,
No,
to me, he's the
no.
best part. But it ain't much best about the movie. And I even went over my
We don't
list.
fuck with sickly niggas in the movies, man.
I went over my list, and I do
Yeah,
want to go over
that's
this
too
before I go out. I do want to say the best part of this movie was the trailer.
Oh
Wolfman
gosh.
Wolfman might be worse than this movie. That shit was awful.
that's the
So it might be the
trailer.
only movie that was worse than this beside Madam Well. And then we have a bunch of movies coming out in March and February that look like they're gonna be interesting. So that's the good. The rest was the bad. Watching the film. But it wasn't bad as I thought it was gonna be. I was hoping for a lot worse. But
So
it was
you was
awful.
going in with a hater mindset.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
And it disappointed me that it was almost as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Well, shout out to Kraven.
I can't.
Shout out to Kraven.
I was hoping for a 1. They gave me a 2. Madam Web succeeded though. Madam Web gave me a 1.
He put a parlay on 1 for Madam Web and cash.
That's what I'm saying. The parlays were hidden, dog. But the parlay might not have hit for this one. Some people might have gave it a 2.
He put out.
I think they spent a fuck ton of money on advertising for Kraven that's unruly. So I mean, they really was like, oh, this is it. This is like
They were pushing Raven hard and really early, in my opinion.
Bro, they got like 5 villains in this movie that 3 of them had to be here. They just there. I'm like, why is he here? Why is that guy in this
movie? The Marvel universe, you know.
Why is Rhino here? I was just saying, y'all saw him in the trailer.
It's a nigga in a rhino suit.
Kraven the Hunter cost $110 million to make.
Why?
That CGI could. They could.
But you can make.
What did you do? What did you?
Unico, can I not do that CGI? I can do that shit for cheap.
Man, that was bad CGI. It was bad green screen. It was bad everything.
You gonna stop relying on Unico because he's gonna leave you hanging again.
I agree. Now, this the one time I can get him to agree.
Give me the $1 million budget. I can turn something into nothing.
Yeah, go right to Tubi.
No, I honestly, the whole time I was watching the movie in my head, I was like,
"Hey, listen, Bobby Valentino's in a Tubi movie, so we can do it."
Like, listen, the whole time that I was there, like, I was sitting there thinking, like, man, they used to make movies like these on 2009 YouTube. And that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, this is a YouTube like movie. Like, it was crazy.
YouTube is crazy.
YouTube. Wow.
Facts.
Oh, that's that. What's that shit called? The Johnny be doing the versus like Superman versus Thor, but he's using real people.
I want to go to that Rotten Tomatoes thing. I saw some very sus ratings on that one. I saw one dude said it was one dude who had a funny name that wasn't even like something that didn't even make sense, and he was like, "This is the greatest movie of all time." 10,000 out of 100.
Kraven the Hunter.
I said, "Ain't no way." Something up.
Ain't no way. Something ain't adding up.
Go back. Kraven the Hunter is an action-packed, R-rated, standalone story of how one of the most iconic villains can be Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Blaze Kraven, the man who's complex
right? How you just like
with
fade
his
out?
ruthless gangster father, Nikolai Kravenov, starts
Russell Crowe
him down
Russell Crowe
of vengeance with brutal consequences, motivating him to become not only the greatest hunter in the world, but also one of its most feared.
I think
y'all not gonna tell me how to do my. If y'all wanted to do the voiceover, y'all should have did it properly.
No, that was to back you up, Anita Baker. We was backing you up.
Well,
we were the pimps.
Backing you up, Patty LaBelle.
Mate, you can put up the screen, Mate, for me to end my shit.
Oh,
are you still going?
Look at this. I like the scene where Kraven escapes the prison. That's the first 2 minutes of the movie. This motherfucker gave it a 5 star. First 2 minutes of the movie.
5 stars.
Look at it. Some of these are so fake. Look, these names be just crazy too. It don't even be real. Orion M. Telling you,
Ryan
dog.
M is crazy.
I'm telling
He
you.
was so bothered. Ryan M, I don't know who you are, but Zelma thinks your reviewing is trash.
Is he a
Minus 5
Shyamalan?
stars.
Is he a Shyamalan?
I'm just saying, bro. It's some names on here that never made sense. Some of them names were lying, and they all
You know
rated.
what? I forgot about Blue Beetle, but it was a good movie.
Blue Beetle was actually solid.
It's
Yes,
okay.
I was gonna say
2007.
there's a difference between good and solid.
My bad. It was okay. It was like I could watch
Yeah.
it.
Solid. I know what I'm saying. It was
Let's go
solid.
with that one. It's
Yeah.
solid.
Good went out the window real quick.
It's all right.
So
But finally, Sunkist, your thoughts. Spider-Man versus as a whole. Well,
let's go T.
Sony's version.
Agreed, Luigi. The job is not done. Say it. Say it with me.
What?
Free Luigi. The job is
Unpopular
not done.
opinion. I'm not a Spider-Man Negro. I'm not. It's
Violation for you. Too bad I don't have the button on here.
It's all right.
Shame on you.
Tori left after you said that.
Oh wow, you made me.
You made him leave.
But
I'm not a Spider Negro. That'll
with
do
that,
it.
that will be our show for this week.
We're not even going.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sunkist, aka the Pinky Waifu. Tell us where they can find you.
No pinky wife.
I called her that the other day too.
Sure did. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. Sunkiss_waifu, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, that thing formerly known as Twitter. I stop by on Saturdays to annoy you. Thanks to Ebony, I am a baby cosplayer. And Waifu Views is coming back on Sundays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be myself, the lovely Ebony over there, and a shot up Honey. And I can't wait. It's going to be diabolical.
Diabolical. Listen to those words. Prepare to lose everything. But we might as well go ahead and get the other waifu up here. The queen. The other half, not the Pinky Waifu. The Ebony Moonbeam.
I am Ebony Moonbeam. You can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam on all social media platforms. I'm a cosplayer. I'm 1/3 of Waifu Views, your female blur-led podcast that gives you everything fandom with a side of waifu. You can also find me on Wednesdays at the Blurred Cartels Round Table at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then you can also find me on Thursdays on the Keep It 99 media channel for casual conversations with Zell May and Afro Comedy 765. You already know I'm on there being a debaucherous whore the way y'all like me, I guess.
Hello.
We do have a show this Sunday. Tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. We are going to do we listen and we don't judge media edition. So that should be interesting. And we may or may not be doing a little hear me out kind of thing. So
I should do the hear me out cake.
Or like, do you hear me?
You feel me? So yeah, we will be there. Hopefully I got a new piercing today. So that's why I'm talking funny. That's why my lips
where about?
The trap.
Joe, she said lips, Joe. That's what she said.
Okay,
sorry.
This one.
Oh, that's
I'm
dope.
surprised Joe was able to focus.
That's where you can find me. You will get a couple of holiday looks from me, and you will also get a couple of anime for dummies before the year ends. So, yep.
Yay!
Are we doing one of those kind of things? Are we doing like
the Wednesday night round tables? We have the round table king of himself of
on the other side.
Blasphemy and glazing the heck out of Cyclops. Hater Cam, I can help you.
I love Cyclops.
He's a goat. But
yeah,
his wife's great with a clone. That's crazy.
He is the goat. Cyclops is great.
You have sex on your wife's grave with her clone. It's nasty work.
I like that level of
disrespect. And then when his wife came back, he divorced the step John and came. I have to go home. My wife's been reincarnated. I have to go home.
Yo.
I'm gonna leave you with the baby.
Real
nigga shit.
That's nasty work.
Chill. Not too much on the go. Made Spider Cam here, aka Hater Cam, if you need it. Made Spider Cam on some others, and the villain of the Blur Cartel. Next week, I want to do anime expectations versus reality. I posted it on Facebook, and niggas was crying because certain anime too low. Like niggas was putting Lucius Samurai at a 7. That show's ass. We're not. Come on, like, cut this shit, please.
You're the villain for a reason.
It's not what it is.
Yes.
But other than that, I'm with Afro Comic. Talking about wrestling. It's wrestling tonight. Saturday night's main events gonna be on. We watching that shit, and I'm here with the Mario making make sense. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to Over on 99 Media. Shout out to Wife Review. Shout out to What It Sound Like. And shout out to everybody else that got something going on before 2024 ends and we get into 2025 and niggas got New Year's resolutions they're not gonna follow. But
They don't make them anymore.
I hope you do so. And
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make one this year.
All right. I wish you all the best in yours, but I know I won't.
Yeah.
Fair
I don't know
enough,
what it
mate.
would be though.
We have Unico Williams getting ready to slide in more DMs.
Hey, see, she does that every.
What's
I was like, what is happening? I was trying to figure out what was going on.
She does.
Hold on, Unica. What's your go-to when you slide in DMs? What's your go-to move?
He distracted right now.
Hey, what's your favorite number between 000, 000, 000, 0000, and like a fourth one, and then like the 999 thing? You know, because it's your number.
Nasty work.
Ebony, would that work on you? I don't know. So I just figured this.
I'm just. What's your favorite number? And then I just.
Cam,
I put it
you
in.
have known me
I put
for
it in
years. You
I'm
absolutely
just
know
asking,
that
like,
would
phone
not
numbers
do. I would look at that shit, laugh, and send it to Aisha, Shar, and Lala, and we gonna talk about you in the group chat, and then I'm gonna talk about them on Casual Conversations on Wednesday with Zelmay and Kami, where he's gonna drag it to hell. So I don't recommend that line. But I am not everybody that Joe hollers at. Joe has given some really good ones, some smooth ones. He's sung to me on here. He's done. He got some good ones, but I don't think
he
that's
can
not
whoa
your
you
best.
if it needs.
I don't think that
He
was your
was
best.
the original DoorDash Negro. He was
I give that a
DoorDash
C.
Negro.
We
Yeah.
do
He
that.
was the original DoorDash
I do it with
Negro.
my right, and she does it with her left. So when we like,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's not right.
Only we know that we doing that though.
what?
Don't nobody know what's
Nigga,
going
we
on.
see it.
Precious.
You didn't even know. You didn't even
Joe,
know.
you know what?
He didn't even know.
You didn't
I've
even
missed
know.
Joe's headcanon. I've missed Joe's headcanon of
Nigga,
our
we watching you
relationship.
attempt to do this shit, bro.
I've missed it so much. I'm glad
It's a-
you're
it's-
free
it's
from
a
the trenches.
thing. It's a thing. I told her that she was an AKA today.
Oh
And-
yeah, he got. I was like,
You Joe,
Who
you know
is
that's
that?
dangerous, right? If she ain't them off, hey,
Don't
wait,
worry
what
about
did you say?
I
I
said,
carry-
this
I
AKA
carry-
get
I
serious.
carry
about
bags through the airport. Don't worry about nothing.
No, but the thing,
What?
my family's full of deltas. So the fact that he said that on my page, which by the way, a delta did come and comment to you, by the way,
I'm
in
just saying,
response to that.
Hey, we like them all. A, B, Delta, C. I don't know.
what?
I don't know the alphabet.
Get this nigga off the screen.
That's what I said. Just go ahead and do the outro. I'm sorry, I'm distracting you.
You can find him on UnicoWilliams.com. You can also find Unico.
Oh,
Williams.
Unico no O. UniqueWilliams.com. The way it was set up this year, man, somebody was hating on me. So
Shout out to the ex that made the website that took the old way. That's crazy.
she took
UniqueWilliams.com. What it sound like? Do you miss me?
Taking the old way.
What's your number?
That's
You know,
hate.
all those different
That's
places.
hate.
What's your Instagram? Send me on Snap. You know, find them on all those places.
Don't find me on all those places, man.
Find his Snapchat.
Do you hear
Don't
me?
find my OnlyFans. That's the crazy one. Don't do that.
Oh God! And we do have the crime to the accessory, who's putting crimes in all of these places.
And needs
No,
to
man.
invest in a razor.
He's put crime in.
Listen, I'm trying to decide. I'm probably finna cut this beard.
Yes.
We're trying to
I've
decide
been
right now.
screaming this for months.
Listen, we're trying to decide
Don't do
what
that
we're doing.
shit.
We're trying to
Don't do
decide.
that shit.
Trying to decide we're going full beard for the winter. We're going, you know what I'm saying?
You need to go full
But-
beard.
No.
Full beard. Go KO Ken times 20 on the beard. I would love to see that.
Yes.
James Harden out here or something.
That beard ages you so much. Please don't.
It's your boy Laughers that made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy, and we out here. Videos every day this month. So be prepared for that. We got the official review for that horrible movie that wasn't quite horrible as I hoped. coming out tomorrow. And shout out to Patrick for saying this was the perfect movie. Patrick is not a real person. So shout out to him. Sony is paying a lot of people to just spew out this nonsense. Because
Pay me, fuck it.
I will lie for you.
I think it was a dynasty of a franchise. Honestly, that was definitely a three-peat.
I think it's the top 3 superhero fantasy movie in history.
I'm just saying, it's 10 according to Patrick. 1,000 out of 10, a perfect movie. They're gonna make them. By the way, we're gonna make
is insane.
If you give me the money, I'll say, listen, this was the career making one, like Steph when he had to beat the Celtics to get the MVP. I write something up like that real quick.
Listen, it's Sony paying. We will talk different. The review come out tomorrow now, Sony. So you on time now. I need it in my bank account expeditiously.
Hey, does anybody want to talk about Kraven like after this show? If y'all want to,
nobody saw it. Nobody want to see that movie.
I have to see it.
I'm gonna watch it Monday. I'm
gonna go on Tuesday on my deal day.
And there's of course Monterey Hudson. Hope to make sense.
Captain.
Don't you do it.
Captain.
We made it halfway. Finally, time for me to unveil that next week's list on this show is going to be a very, very special list created by me, myself, and I. It's something that I have planned for the entire year, unbeknownst to anybody else that's ever been on this show. So I strongly urge everyone, if you've ever been on this show, please come into next week's show with an open mind. You don't need anything, I promise.
Wait a minute.
An open mind. He is setting us up.
This list is going to be amazing. I've been waiting for this for all year. Even Zelmay doesn't even know this. So I strongly urge everybody.
All right.
Come.
You'll throw some pink shaming in there, I guess.
It's going to be
Ask
amazing.
me nicely and I will. Say please.
Please come to this show. I strongly urge everybody.
He won't.
Oh yeah. We're gonna come with the good wigs, the cleaving.
It's gonna be a treat.
We're gonna come cute for your show. Real good.
Cam come with a little extra hate.
Get on. That is crazy. That
Carolina list.
Even they lost.
Crazy. No, but the list is gonna be amazing. And then on top of whatever else that happens over the course of this week, but even if nothing happens next week, I promise you, this list is gonna be amazing.
I promise you.
Otherwise, make sure to join Make It Make Sense, the podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and of course me, Murray Hudson on Twitch. Follow, do all the wonderful things, like, comment, subscribe. We are here every Saturday. We're rounding out the year because, of course, the end of the year, the last Saturday in December is going to be, the top 10 events of the year, top 10 things we've talked about on Make It Make Sense. So you already know that one's going to be crazy because all the stuff we've covered this year is going to be a wild recollection of everything that's happened from January to December. So, of course, the next 2 weeks is going to be awesome. Come, please. I encourage you to watch. It's going to be a treat. Otherwise, that's all I got. Thank you all. That's a good stream. And remember, let's see. Don't go watch Kraven the Hunter unless Sony is sponsoring this video. Then if they're sponsoring,
do come watch Wifey tomorrow.
To go watch
Absolutely.
Kraven the Hunter. It is one of the greatest Marvel-related superhero movies in history.